focus today is mostly on positioning, understanding where he is at in the ring, knowing how to escape out of bad places if he gets there. All I want you to think about is landing your jab and taking away his jab. Get your most important punch in and take away his.
"6 a.m. here at UCLA. We're fighting 6 rounds on March 7th. We're trying to train for the fight. 800 meters today with a 1-minute recovery in between.
3, 2, 1, time in. His coach, Julian Chua, has a program all lined up for him, so he's fighting 6 rounds. So the purpose is, an 880 takes about 3 minutes. Arnold's gonna do 6 880s. 29. And then you take 1 minute in between for quality rest, just like a fight. All right, nice and smooth, Arnold. Let's go.
"50? Besides sparring, it's probably the best training that you can do, because you're getting your heart rate to elevate to its maximum capacity, and that's what happens in a fight. So when you're sprinting, you're raising that heart rate, which is as close as it gets to a fight besides sparring. We usually train 5, 6 a.m. about 3, 4 times a week. I know my opponent's not working at that time, so that gives you a mental edge, and that's huge. Everyone can train hard physically. To be mentally strong is completely different. So I'm currently 3-0 as a pro, and my debut was in Providence, Rhode Island. Then my next 2 fights were at the Barclays Center back home in New York. I'm a prospect coming out of New York. 3-0. I'm training at the WildCard gym in Hollywood, in LA. I got away from New York and I put my entire focus in boxing. I moved my training camps to LA. I know I have a job. My job is to constantly train, rest, and of course I have Heather, my girlfriend. She helps me out, she supports me, and just to be able to be away from everyone and put my entire focus into boxing, it helps a lot. So yeah, so I've been here since the first Pacquiao camp. It's been about a year, right? Yeah, a little over a year. An opportunity with Pacquiao made me move my training camp to LA. So it started off as with the Broner-Pacquiao fight. I was one of 3 sparring partners for the Broner fight. My performance during that camp turned me into the main sparring partner. A year later, I'm going for my 4th fight at the Barclays Center. You know, I'm still undefeated and I'm gonna remain undefeated. Apparently, there's only 2 people with these boxing boots in the world. That's Manny Pacquiao and Arnold Gonzalez. Pretty dope. I don't know if the camera can catch this. Like, you can see Pacquiao's face. I made my professional debut with those sneakers. I texted Manny's right-hand man, David, and I sent him a picture of like the shoes with my trunks, and I told him I made my debut with Manny's shoes. And then he replied, he was like, Manny says, good job. Not a Pacquiao rival, but it's an AG rival. When I was in the Pacquiao Broner training camp, I met Julian Chua. He's my head coach. I just clicked with him as soon as we started talking boxing. He actually gave me some pointers when I was sparring Pacquiao because he was watching some of the sparring. That was the only person that was actually giving me pointers during camp. I didn't know a lot of people out here in LA, so I listened to Julian throughout the camp.
Okay, yeah, but touch that body jab. Yep, touch it and then go up. Now look, when you do this one right here, okay? Touch the body jab, don't leave your back foot if you're gonna come up with the right hand. If you're gonna come up with the right hand, slide both feet up so you're in good position to throw that. Otherwise, you're gonna be wide with that right hand. Slide in with both feet, and that right hand is gonna be way stronger, trust.
The things he was telling me made sense, and it was working inside the ring.
3-2 up. That's it, again. Yeah, keep this tight to your chin when you come back with this shot. Don't leave it be here. 2 up. Again. The focus today is mostly on positioning, like understanding like where he is at in the ring. Yep, let that left uppercut go. Right here, roll and do the step. Yes, tuck this into your ribs. Right. So that uppercut comes short. Yes. Everything compact. Transfer your weight. Stiff arm shoot. That's it. And then remember, conscious of positioning. When you're done, be ready to go this way instead of turn this way because you're going to put yourself on the rope. Okay, cut the ring back off. Pretty much the focus is ring generalship. Placement of him in that square. Again. Jab. Beautiful.
This fight is important. This is my first 6-round fight, so every fight just gets bigger and bigger, and they're putting me to the test with a tough opponent. He's pretty tough on paper, but we're looking forward to the test. The day of the fight, and we stayed at the Tillery Hotel. The day of the fight, like I'm usually very calm. I'm very calm. I try to stay distracted. I'm usually like with either family, I'm with my girlfriend.
You have your mouth guard,
Mouthpiece,
your sparring
boxing
stuff.
shoes, yeah, the cup.
Bring this jacket in case.
Okay. I was thinking, you think you can take my OVO jacket?
Everyone's downstairs.
When you're stepping out of your room, that's the most pressure, and that's when the butterflies kick in, because you know it's time to go. You know, even though you know you're prepared, you trust your preparation, like shit's about to get real now. Like we're actually heading to the venue, and there's no like waiting anymore. We're about to step in that ring, and it's just me and my opponent. Everyone who's around you, they still support you, but they're not in there with you. So I think that's when you hit that point, like mentally, like wow, all right, it's game time. Head into the Barclays Center, and the moment is unreal, because as a kid that would like go run in the streets of Harlem, you know, to do my road work, you know, I was thinking of driving over to the venue and ready to perform in front of all my people in New York City, my hometown. It doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel real at all, because you're actually about to do what you picture you were gonna do your entire childhood. As soon as we walk into the venue, you know, I always, before every fight, go into the ring.
Here we are again. This is home for you.
You know, when I step in the ring, mentally, I just try to picture what's gonna happen. I hear the bell in my head, I go out to the center of the ring, I start fast, I start jabbing and pretend my opponent's in front of me. I just try to visualize for the first round. The ring used to feel too big for me, if like that makes sense. It was such a mental, the ring used to feel so big for me, but now I'm looking at it and I'm calm, the ring is small. I control the ring, yeah. When you're just coming up and you have like less than 7, 8 fights, you don't usually get to fight in big venues like the Barclays Center. It's a lot more pressure, but we have to deal with the pressure and use it to our advantage and put on a good performance. Especially in your hometown where everyone that I know can come support me, so it's really huge.
How are you? That's better than life.
How are you? Feels like nothing.
I'm about to dance tonight. Bobby, what's up? How are you? Good? I'm good. I'm ready to go. I'm wrapped up. Got my stuff. My dad is not able to make my fights. His name is Giovanni. He lives in Ecuador, so it's cool to be able to get a phone call from him before my fights and just a reminder. He always reminds me, yo, you're a badass just like me, so go in there and beat his ass up. All right, I love you. Thank you. Love you, bendición. I'll call you after the fight. Bye. No, you're risking your life going inside that ring, and you always want to talk to the people you love beforehand. You just never know what happens.
Ready? Some nice fundamentals. Come here. Play with me. Hands over. Okay. Moving when I go. Again. Good. Good. That's it. Relax. That's it. Relax. That's it. Stay on. Okay. That's it. Time. Okay? Nice and relaxed.
Julian is the biggest piece to my team, you know, because like I said, Julian understands me more than just boxing.
Keep that left shoulder closer to your chin.
He knows how to get me on the right mindset before a fight. Feel good?
Yeah. Here we go, okay? Counter attack, okay? It's just gonna come here. I want you to dodge and fire back, yeah? Here's the rhythm. Find that timing of it. Yeah?
He's always by my side. He's, you know, the guy who wraps my hands, who laces up my gloves.
Perfect. Just relax. Yeah, your scissors.
Julian is the most calm person that I know in a locker room. Like, he doesn't say much, that he knows what I need. Just reminders.
That's it. Don't not so stiff. Okay. Relax. That's it. Nice and smooth. Slip roll. Yeah, and pull off that. Yeah, back on the stick. Good. Okay. The reflex reflexes are sharp right now too.
Okay. First. Okay. When you're getting ready, you warmed up already, you're ready to go, your gloves are laced up, you have your trunks on. The walkout, it's the final piece before actually stepping in the ring.
Trunks are good.
You look nice, right?
Gonzalez, walk.
I love the walkout, I love the attention, I love the adrenaline rush.
Good time, son. Good time to shine, son. Hard work is done.
I love hearing my music on the background, walking to the ring, getting pumped up. And I hear my people like cheering for me. It just gives me that rush, and I know it's like game time. I'm ready to go. As soon as the bell rang, the game plan was to break him down, keep walking him down, keep catching punches, keep making him miss. He was swinging, and you know, every time you miss a punch in boxing, that tires you out just as much like when someone hits you. So he kept missing punches, I kept making him miss. Break him down, walk him down, let him tire himself out. I did start off a little slow on round one. You know, when I went back to the corner after that bell, Julian, my coach, he told me to wake up a little bit. He was like, yo, it's happening, wake up. Because I did start off too slow. I wanted to start off a little bit faster, but I was good. I immediately knew that he couldn't hurt me. Like, I just kept walking. Even if he hit me, he couldn't hurt me, so I just kept putting pressure on him, keep feigning him so he can use unnecessary energy, just like we worked in training camp. And by the second round, when we clinched, I remember towards the end of the second round, I heard him breathing really heavy right over my ear, so I knew he was broken already. And I knew he was broken by the second round. The third round, we just started set a trap. We started jabbing him to the body. Very slow, just stabbing him to the body. He saw that jab to the body keep coming over and over. I knew he was gonna react to that jab to the body, so we feinted low just like we practiced in training camp. We feinted low, came upstairs with an overhand right. That hurt him, and I just had to keep, you know, teeing off on him, and the ref eventually stopped it. He was out on his feet. As soon as the ref stopped the fight, I got emotional, you know, I started like screaming, let's go. I jumped into the ropes. I was 3-0 before this fight, but I didn't have a knockout. And I know all the critics are saying, oh, you know, Arnold's a prospect, he can't punch, but he can't punch once he gets tested. So this fight really meant a lot to me. Just to shut those critics up that were saying, oh, Arnold can't punch, Arnold can't hurt his opponents. It was like perfect timing. I was calm, and I still listened to Julian, stuck to the game plan, and the knockout just came. It was perfect. I went up to Julian, I hugged him, and I told him, yeah, that shit worked. I jabbed him to the body, feinted low, and got the overhand right, and Julian was like, I told you, man, I told you, it works, it works.
Okay, you know what?
Go to the medical. We gotta go straight to medical. Go to the medical. Go to the medical.
Woo!
Let's
go.
Yes, sir. Congrats, my boy. Congrats, my boy. For that headbutt.
Sorry to beat you, but you know, we don't want to get in trouble.
Woo!
Congrats.
Can I say something? Yo, we worked like 5 weeks straight. The same thing I did tonight. The same exact thing I did tonight. How I took him out. We did it over and over for 5 weeks. Walked up to him, hit him to the body. Walked up to him, feint, boom!
Go up.
And it worked. And it got him perfectly. Oh my God. We've always had chemistry, but I feel like after this fight and my chemistry with Julian, it was already good. It just went to another level. Let's fucking go, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
So proud of you, man.
Let's go. Por la raza, let's go. Por la raza. As far as opponent, I do want to step up even more. I want someone that is gonna bring the best of me. I just keep improving fight after fight after fight. The better guys they put in front of me, the better Arnold Gonzalez they're gonna see in that ring.